Stock-filled Emery store. As it...
I have about 4 hours left of book 4 of A Court in Thorn and Roses, and I have about an hour and a half left of Malibu Rising, which is this month's book club that I picked, and book club is tomorrow on Tuesday. I am downtown. I woke up at like 7:30, so like an hour ago, and it was so bright and sunny, but now it is just some sort of gray, misty storm must have rolled in, which I'm honestly tickled about as well. Should be nice to have a nice kind of foggy morning. I'm downtown back at the Olympic Sculpture Park that I was at a couple days ago, well, a couple weeks ago, taking sunset pictures, because I just wanted to walk the trail that goes pretty far deep into like Bay, Magnolia area. So I just kind of wanted to do like a morning walk. I like that last week I was out on Monday at Seward Park walking around in the city, so I figured Mondays might be the day to do that. Just go out to a park, walk around in the mornings, and then do my grocery shop errands for the day. So let's go ahead and go walk, maybe see some seals, and see what we can see with this fog. Bummer. All right, I kind of made it to the end. Magnolia is just over here, and I don't know if the trail keeps going or if you have to take the big bridge over, but I'm gonna head back to my car and look at the foggy skyline. So I don't know how long it is, but I went to the end, and I do also kind of wish I brought more like a scarf or hat or something. I was pretty chilled, so. But I'm still glad I went out and walked a park that I was interested in doing. No animals. I was hoping to maybe see like a seal or something. But I am going to finish my book. I have about a half hour left of Malibu Rising, and then go to the grocery store and get this week's produce and grocery. Happy Wednesday vlog. It is a super sunny day out in Seattle today, but I believe it's 40 degrees, so I'm still gonna be wearing a sweater because my dad is coming up. We're gonna go hiking to Discovery Park and go check out the Lighthouse, West Point Lighthouse down there. So that should be like a fun little hike. We'll probably get lunch afterwards. So Monday night I did a aerobics dance workout, and my legs are still really feeling it. The amount of squats that we did was intense. So going up and down stairs is kind of a lot, so I'm hoping to, I don't know, I've done this hike before. I've done a video on this a while ago. It's a cute, small little hike, a little bit of elevation gain, but definitely not like the craziest thing, but we'll see how well the blown out legs can handle it. So yesterday I had Brittany come over and some other friends, and we had book club, but before that we watched the movie Fresh, which is a Hulu original horror movie, and my god did I love it. I don't want to give anything away or spoilers, but I loved the film aspect of it. The colors and the sound design were really wonderful. There was some beautiful wide angle shots, so a lot of very like creative artistic editing and cinematography, and the concept, the tone, the acting and visuals. I really enjoyed the movie, and we were giggling and talking about it all last night. But yeah, after the movie, my other friends came over. I made a beautiful charcuterie board, and we talked about books. We talked about the first 4 books. We have read the first 4 books of the A Court of Thorn and Roses series, ACOTAR, and last night we talked about book 3 and 4. So next month we'll be reading book 5, which is the last book that's been released in that series. So that's been kind of fun. My house is a little bit of a mess because I really should have ran the dishes last night, and I didn't, and now I have a bunch of more dishes that need to be loaded, but that'll be for after my hike and whatever else fun nonsense I get up to today. We went to Trader Joe's yesterday to get charcuterie items, and we were looking at the wine section. A couple of years ago, we tried this red wine at an Italian restaurant for my friend's birthday that I like fell in love with. I kept calling it chewy, and I was just blown away. And it's not like a style or a grape of wine that I've seen pretty often. I got one kind of expensive bottle from Total Wine that I wasn't too big of a fan of, but I found like a $5 bottle at Trader Joe's. So it's called Aglianico. Gotta figure out how to say that. The tasting notes are plum, game, smoke, maybe a little bit of cherry. Totally excited to see this at such like a low price, and the bottle is beautiful. That will be for another time. Over the past couple of weeks, I've really been trying to make a habit of having Sunday morning breakfast be kind of like nice and fancy. And I'm thinking maybe of trying to do like a weekday or weekend dinner where we try like a new bottle of wine, because I am trying to, I don't know all the different varietals. It's kind of like a fun exploration of the taste buds. So that will be for another time, but I was just so excited to see this not so common varietal of wine at like a $5–6 price range at Trader Joe's. So yeah, I'm gonna hang out at my house until my dad gets here, and then we're gonna go head to Magnolia and Discovery Park. Happy Friday. I am sitting down. I kind of just want to get ready for the day. I have a little party gathering this evening, and mostly I really wanted to gua sha. I feel really puffy, and even just like doing this feels excellent. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply some rosehip oil. That way there's some slippage and my tools can glide across the skin as they help drain and whatever. So what's been going on this week? What have you guys been up to this week? I'd love to know. I've been spending a lot of the time planning. I have a lot of trips. I feel like every time I am on the phone or chatting with somebody, there's some new trip, new plan. Brittany and I pretty much planned and booked campsites for our yearly road trip that's gonna be in August. I've been trying to plan my honeymoon. There's talk of some girl trips to some fun places in Washington. And then main and bigly is that I'm doing a big cross-country trip to Arizona. At the end of the month, it is my high school reunion. I figured that would be fun. Not really the best time to plan a road trip with these rising gas prices, but I think, you know, gas prices would have affected airline tickets or rental car tickets. So when I looked into which way I wanted to go, if I wanted to drive out there or if I wanted to do a rental car, because I definitely will need a car in Arizona if I want to do anything. And rental cars were so expensive. It was like the same amount of price to do the rental car than it will be to kind of do this big trip. It's definitely doing a longer trip like this will probably be a little bit more expensive, but I'll be able to see a lot more and take a lot of really good pictures. I can't find my gua sha tool. I don't know where it went. I want to get back in the habit of using these facial tools for lymphatic drainage. So just a lot of planning. I've been sorting through saved TikToks and Instagram posts to see what places I can go check out, some restaurants, lots of planning, reaching out to family and trying to get that all organized. So that's what a lot of this week has been a lot of planning for all the trips in the next 6 months. It's crazy how much my calendar has already been booked up. All right, new top, same color palette. And I'm just gonna dab off the extra oil and put on some moisturizer. Get a little ready for the day. So other fun things that I did this week, on Monday night we had dance class again, and I cannot tell you how much this class has kicked my butt. Going up and down stairs has been a trial this week, especially going down. I'm still hopeful that over time I will build stamina, but I can't. The rowing class that we did on Saturday, like, I felt a little bit sore, but I mostly and mainly felt very strong, whereas this workout class, this dance class on Monday really like kicked my tuchus, and has really gotten me feeling achy and terrible this whole week. I can still feel it in my legs today. It hurts to kind of sit on, you know, bend down to sit on chairs, and stairs are still not the most fun. Tuesday was book club. God, that feels like eons ago already. Tuesday was book club, so I had Brittany and my other friend come over, and we talked about book 3 and 4 of the ACOTAR series, and we'll be doing book 4 for next month. I don't know what we're thinking, because we've chosen like 3 books for the next time that we meet up, and we've added some more friends to the group, so that should be for some good discussion. And since I'll be on my road trip, I'll definitely be able to like knock those books out. And then on Wednesday, my dad came up for a visit in Seattle, and we went and hiked the Discovery Park trail down to the Lighthouse, which I always forget is such a long hike. It's probably 4 miles a round trip. I read that the elevation was only like 100 feet or something like that, but it's a lot of stairs, it's a lot of hill, and especially me and my dad's knees were not having it that day. When I think about that hike, I always just think it's gonna be this quick little half mile. Yeah, I know there's stairs, but it's not crazy. But when I looked at my tracker, and when I looked online at some of the trail, you know, the hiking trail websites, they were saying, you know, it's like 2 and some odd, you know, miles, depending on which loop or way that you go. And then after that, I took Dad, we went sailing a little bit on Lake Union for a brief little sunset sail. I did not really film a lot of it because I have already filmed and added 2 sailing sequences to 2 previous vlogs. We got into a little bit of a dicey mess that we were able to get ourselves out of, but this has yet again inspired me to do more research into boating, because it's really something I know nothing about. And so I watched a couple tutorials on sailing real quick. It's you know, it's the early stages of learning something new, so it's very much like, heh. Every time I go on that boat, I'm like, man, I know nothing and I am useless. So now I'm taking it up on my onus to do a little bit of personal research, especially since we're talking about doing longer day trips and overnights in the summer. So I need to be a little educated on sailing. One of the things that I wanted to do this week was do my closet flip over. It's the middle of March, so in my, you know, calendar brain, it's spring, but the weather is still super cold. When we went hiking, even though it was sunny, it was in like the 30s, and Dad and I were in like big puffy winter jackets. But with my trip coming up, I know definitely in Arizona and California, I will be in hotter weather. So I want to see what spring clothes that I have, what I can get rid of, and what I need to shop for. And so with this upcoming spring and summer, I really just want to focus on having comfortable clothes that are brightly colored and, you know, make me feel good, but that are breathable, lightweight, and fit properly. After I'm done getting ready right now, I want to go ahead and go through my spring clothes. I'm not going to put my winter clothes away just yet because, like I said, it's still super cold up here. But I really need time to know what I have to do proper shopping. So this is gonna be my look for the rest of the day, and for the housewarming party I'll be going to later in the evening. All right, I'm gonna pull out my spring clothes and organize them and do like the first part of my closet reset.
As of today, was important to you.
Already got a little bit of a donation pile set up, just some old styles that aren't really like what I want, or things that I'm just like, I know I don't like this material, it's very thin, or things that are extremely too small. So already a nice donation pile. And here is all of this. A lot of these really need to be ironed and taken care of. But I think what I want to go ahead and do is to go through and try them on, and then kind of see how I feel about these clothes, and already square away stuff that I want to bring on my trip. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. So a lot of these dresses will work nicely, which is perfect. Nice, comfortable, breathable material that will be good for walking and sitting in the car for hours on end on a road trip. One good pair of pants. So yeah, a good stash. Thank you.